I think Zepeda will knock him out this time.
Well, he got knocked down, didn't he? That's what I think made the fight close, isn't it?
Tevin Farmer needs another massive performance.
What's Farmer's chances of winning?
Counter punches.
That was
not
the issue.
Counter punch.
I think Zepeda has to change his game plan.
He has to set traps for Farmer to...
Farmer looked like the one with the more harder punch.
He needs better defence to Zepeda.
Because I think he's still going to have a tough fight.
Is there going to be an upset?
Welcome back to BoxCast. Today we're going to be looking at the upcoming rematch between William Zepeda and Tevin Farmer. The first fight ended in a split decision win for Zepeda, although there's a bit of contention. So I think they're having a rematch. I'll start with the tail of the tape. So the fight is taking place on the 29th, so next weekend. Zepeda has a perfect record, 32 fights, 32 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. He's got 27 wins by KO. He's age 28. He's 5'9", 175 centimeters. So 70-inch, 177 centimeter reach. And this fight's at lightweight, so it's 135 pounds, 61.2 kilos. Tevin Farmer has a record of 33 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, and 41 fights in total. 8 wins by KO. He's age 34. He's 5'6", 168 centimeters. He's a 67-inch, 170 centimeter reach. And Zepeda fights out of southpaw. Farmer fights out of orthodox stance. Simon, thoughts on this? The first fight, I think we both said Zepeda won, but it was close, if I remember correctly. So... same result, I think, here? Or it's a tougher fight, I think, than they expected against Farmer, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Zepeda will knock him out this time.
Okay. You think he's worked him out, so he'll...
Yeah, I don't think he was...
fully all there, I think, in that fight.
And I think he will be this time. Tevin Farmer needs another... massive performance.
Yeah.
But maybe, all boxers have bogeymen. I mean, I'm not saying Farmer's is bogeyman because obviously Zepeda's already beat him. But, I just don't see anything other than...
Well, Zepeda's another one, isn't he, with the ridiculous punch-out put.
I just think Zepeda
he's
overlooked him in the... that's what I'm telling myself.
Okay.
Overlooked him. And I mean, he was down in round 4.
Well, he got knocked down, didn't he? That's what I think made the fight close, isn't it?
But I think this time, it's going to be a different story.
I think his second round, he got... knocked down by a counter punch, wasn't it? Because he caught him. I think Zepeda was on his way in and he caught him clear.
Because Tevin Farmer's not a puncher. He's got like 8 KOs on he.
Well, the thing with this is Zepeda did what he does. So he started like he's got 50 punches thrown in the first round, then 96, 90, 67, 84, 74, 73, 76, 89, 79. So even in the round he got knocked down, the second round he's had 96 punches thrown. So it's like a ridiculous output. And he had the more punches and things, but I think what they were doing is Farmer had the more powerful, which I think we said as well in our review of that fight, that like Farmer's not known as a puncher. So the fact that he caught him when Zepeda went in, and I think, there might be a little bit they were overlooking him because
I think
Zepeda was supposed to fight Shakur and whatever, there's bigger fights ahead.
And if you looked at Farmer's record, you go, he's not a puncher, I'll just walk through him. And I think that's what Zepeda tried to do.
And it didn't work. And he had a good defence and good chin as well.
So I think he will go about it different this time. I hope he goes about it different this time.
I think he needs to alter his game plan a little
otherwise, bit. Otherwise, he could be in trouble. But I just don't see it.
On a round 4, he got knocked down.
Yeah, I thought it was round 4.
So what did I say? 2?
Yeah, I just don't see Farmer causing him that many issues this time. But hey, we're always wrong.
Yeah, see, CompuBox has got it round 2. Second round knockdown scored by Farmer. And on Box Rec, it's got Zepeda down in round 4.
Who knows?
We'll watch back. Let us know in the comments to check. We're just going to search it. But yeah. I thought he got caught quite early, isn't it? And then went. We'll do a quick look when paid down.
No,
Fourth round, yeah. Go on fourth round.
Yeah. Stop making me question myself.
Well, I'm not. That's why I read it off CompuBox, but I'm just thinking that wasn't correct. I think there's a typo in there. I think it is the fourth round. Because he's sort of on top, and then Farmer came back in it because he was on top in numbers of punches. But he got hit with a fair few from Farmer as well, which I think it was, like you said, it was the game plan was just, I think they've overlooked him a bit or not had the best game plan gone in. And I think Farmer's game plan was way better. And that's how he's got caught. And then,
I don't think Farmer needs to change too much. Maybe throw a few more punches. I think he was a little bit passive at times during the first fight.
Yeah.
So he can win this.
Yeah.
And there is question marks over Zepeda's chin.
Yeah. Well, he caught him in it, knocked down.
And he's been knocked down early in his career as well, Zepeda.
Well, I think to be fair, he recovers quite well, but he can get caught.
Yeah.
Because I think he's so aggressive, he goes forward. The amount of punch output.
So
if you miss something, there's counter, but he's open to the counter punch.
Let's break it down. Farmer.
So what's Farmer's chances of winning? What does he have to do?
Counter punching.
Yeah, which is what he did. Well, he had good defense-ish in the first.
Set traps.
Yeah. Well, that's how he knocked him down.
Yeah.
He caught him on the way in.
Just be a little bit, but with his counter punches.
Yeah, I think that was
not
the issue.
Not counter punch.
And we don't know whether because his age, it's like you said, he was going past. It'd be good, and he would have a little flurry, and then he was like he went into rest mode. Whether that's engine or age.
If you catch him with that counter punch, follow it up.
Yeah. Because he seemed to be taking a breather for a bit and then do a bit of work, nice bit of work, and then breather. And I think with the relentlessness of Zepeda, you need to be there all the way through. So and it's whether he can maintain that.
So he can win this, like I say, with counter punches, follow up his work.
You can win it on the back foot,
defense.
But you need to do a bit of you need to have good defense.
If you want to win on the back foot, you've got to be throwing punches on the back foot.
Yeah, well, you've got to be occasionally going forward as well, which he did, but he only do one.
Judges do like aggressive fighters, so when they're going forward, they don't. I know.
Well, I think that's why Zepeda's got.
It doesn't. It sounds mad, but if you're going forward, to catch the judge's eyes, you don't have to throw that many punches because you're the one going
you look
forward.
like you're the one controlling the fight.
So I think Farmer can do. Farmer has got a chance in this, but. I'm telling myself Zepeda.
Well, do you think Farmer is basically, he's got to do the same thing, be pretty much the same game plan and hope Zepeda's the same? I think Zepeda has to change his game plan. And
can he?
That's the question, isn't it? If he can raise his game or change his game plan, then not that much, just tweak it because he still won the fight. I think if they take it a bit more seriously, like you said, and see what he's seen in the fight, catch him, then I think he can turn this. Because a lot of Farmers was the awkward feints and then movement and then punches, but now he should have started, working that out because he did sort of start timing it near the end when he put on his own pressure to grab it back. But then there'd be bursts of Farmers. If Farmer can maintain his not do it in burst, but maintain it a bit longer, then I think it's a really tough fight for Zepeda. And then what do you think? What's Zepeda's? Then what does he have to do?
Zepeda
to make it a more clear victory.
He has to set traps for...
Be a bit more savvy rather than just rushing in.
He has to set traps for Farmer to lead him to throw, be like a leading counter puncher.
Yeah.
And then come in. He throws enough punches, but...
Because I think most people's in this was that he had the most punches, but it was the Farmer's was better, cleaner work.
Yeah, it was. And, so target the body, bring his hands down, be quick enough to react to a counter punch. Like, say, set traps for him to do a counter punch, but make sure that you're there ready to throw your counter punch, the counter puncher, if you like.
Counter punch, yeah.
He needs better defence to Zepeda.
Yeah. He was a bit too... it's good being relentless, but you've got to be more careful about your defence. That's how he got caught.
Look, at the end of the day, Zepeda wants Shakur. Shakur would rip him apart at the moment.
Yeah, if you do like that, yeah. Well, that's what I think a lot of the comments were. That you stay away from Shakur.
Yeah, if you go back to...
Well, Shakur's the best defensive
that first fight
boxer
with
of all
Tevin
on
Farmer.
stats.
Shakur would absolutely eat him. Shakur would be licking his lips at him and go, yeah, I'll fight him, no problem at all.
Well, the come forward fighters in is like perfect.
Thank you.
All his style.
And Zepeda, he's got to throw. Yeah, yes, he's a powerful puncher, but he's got to throw and powerful punches to stop Farmer throwing a counter punch.
You want to put him off enough?
Yeah,
he didn't.
I don't
really
think he did last time.
No.
Which surprised me because Zepeda is the puncher of the two.
Well, that was why this was a bit strange, and I think you said before, it was Farmer looked like the one with the more harder punches. Oh, right, yeah, less, but more clean and harder punches. Zepeda didn't really catch him clean, other than the odd time. He's just, he touched him, but it never really, and it was more like off a glove, off a block, off a thing, than you just score points, but you don't like get really clean punches. I think that's what he needs to fix. He needs to be a bit more clinical, take care of his defense. A lot more, and be a bit more clinical on a bit smarter. Even if you lower your punch output by about 10 punches, it's still going to be ridiculous, but make them better. Like, take a bit of quality over quantity, isn't it? I think, which is what Farmer did. It was way more quality than quantity. Because even though he's thrown way more, it's like the landing isn't that far apart. Yeah, he's ahead, but not the odd round, but not all of them. He's not that far ahead for the amount he's throwing.
What are you going for?
Zepeda, I think he can improve. Do I think he's going to improve enough to knock him out? That's the question for me. Because I think he's still going to have a tough fight. I think probably a little bit clearer than the first one. But I'm just thinking, points, or do I want to be? Right, what do you think? Do you want me to go first?
Is there going to be...
This is going to be 12 rounds as well, isn't it? I think the first one was 10 rounds.
Is there going to be an upset?
Should we see the bet in this first? We haven't had a look at that. Let's have a look.
I think Zepeda will be favourite. Tevin Farmer will be 5-1.
They haven't got any odds on there. The Box Live ones here, it's 83%, just over 83% for Zepeda and 17%, just less than for Farmer. So it's Zepeda KO 42%, near enough 41, whatever. And Zepeda decision the same, and then Farmer decision. So right, I'm going to go for Zepeda KO then.
What round?
8. This is the 12 round one. And what are you going to have? What do you think?
5th round KO for Zepeda.
5th?
Yeah.
Okay. So we both think he's going to improve, and do you think he needs to get those fights? Because obviously that's quite a stacked division as well. There's a few people contending. He needs to make something of a statement.
It's one of them is yes and no, because if he doesn't improve, he might still get the world title shots anyway, because they'll go.
Well, I think if he wins, he's going to win.
I'll fight him.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it might be maybe he's playing possum.
It's how he does it.
Yeah.
But I think if Farmer can get, I don't know. There is something in my head saying the Farmer's got a.
Well, I think Farmer's definitely got a chance. If Zepeda isn't on it, I think Farmer beats him on points. I think he'll just do. I think what he did there, but it'd be a bit cleaner. He'll frustrate him more and catch him.
But no, well, I'm going to stick. I'll stick with my 5th round KO.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know what you think. Do you think Zepeda's going to do it? Do you think Farmer will pull off a shock? And what next do you see for Zepeda?
Or Farmer.
Or Farmer, yeah, depending on who wins on this one. And we shall see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.